years old. And then the second one is for the people from, and the second one is from 35 to 44 years old. And then now we are going to talk about for the manager. In this hotel, there are mixture of the gender of the manager, which combine for 6 male and 6 female. And this is the data of the ethnicity for the manager. Most of them are coming from the white European, but meanwhile, there are some from the African, Miss Latino, Chinese, white European, Indian, and white others. Which means the management level, they're more to the diversity. They are not only concentrate on the just white European. So now, me and Wahash, we are going to talk about the policy they use in the hotel. So Wahash, we're going to explain the first one, which is Sex Discrimination.
Yeah, the first policy, Sex Discrimination Act 1975. This act basically says that all the gender, like male and female, are equally employed. And the next one is Race Relations Act 1976 and Race Relations Amendment Act 2000. This act says that if someone is black and someone is white, they shouldn't show favoritism to a they shouldn't show favoritism to a black guy rather than the white guy or the white guy rather than the black guy. The next act is Disability Discrimination Act 1995. This states that every person, if he's disabled, should be treated equally. And the next act, which is Equality Act 2006, this says that every single employee which is employed by the company should be treated equally, including their pay and whatever treatment they get.
So the next we're going for the employment equality about for the religion and belief regulation 203, which means the company must respect everyone's religion and belief. For example, for the Muslim people, they have to pray 5 times a day. So which means if the Muslim people, they have to go to pray, the manager or supervisor, they must allow that because this is a part of their religion. The next one is going for employment equality for the sexual orientation 203, which this one is we were going to talk about gay, bisexual, lesbian or anything in the company. So if you have the employee is a gay or lesbian, so you cannot discriminate and don't want to work to her and you will show favoritism to her. Even though if you're manager or supervisor, you have to respect them. The next one is employment equality for age. So this one, the age is like, the hotel not only like, they cannot like only think to employ someone who is in the younger people, but they also need to think for the elderly people, which means they cannot like have the discriminate to the elderly people because they are old. So the next one.
The next one is Equal Pay Act 1970. This states that everyone employed should be paid equally, even he or she is male or female. The next policy is treating people equally, which is the same as Equality Act. The next policy, making decisions about people, states that if someone has a different religion or belief, it doesn't really matter that you favor a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian. You should treat everyone equally.
So for the fair access to opportunity, which means even you are white or I'm black, so for this like you have to give the same opportunity to everyone. For the balance of the community, which means this we can refer to the gender, and then which means like in the one department they must actually have the mixture of the male and female. They cannot only have just the male or female in this department. And bullying, harassment, and zero tolerance, which means if this part actually is the policy on the hotel to the employee, but the previous one is actually the policy in the country. So the bullying, harassment, and zero tolerance, which means that any employee in the company that feel they've been harassment or bullying by the someone other employee or their manager, they can go to report, and then the manager or their employee, they will get punishment.
Okay. What is bullying exactly?
Bullying is like something like in the work, like I'm the supervisor and he is my friend, but I like him, but I don't like Takeru, so I will give Takeru more work rather than giving the Wahash. This is in terms of the work.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm going to talk about the training for manager and the staff. So for everyone who enter the hotel, they must go for the induction training. The induction training, which means the hotel will give about the general orientation for the hotel about what is every department in the hotel, and then explain the hotel, and then if the person is going for the specific department, and then the manager or supervisor of that department, they are going to explain them their specific job and tasks in that department. And then the hotel will also give a yearly training on diversity awareness for the guests, which combine of stereotype, brainstorming, experience sharing. And then they also have the yearly training about the Disability Discrimination Act. This training actually is like the manager will give about the training for the staff about how to use the equipment for the disability people, such as the TTY kits for the hearing, for people have the hearing problems, and then audio frequency induction loop system is designed for the deaf people, and they also have the staff training with the communication with the people who have the problem disabled people. And then they also have the staff evaluation, which means the staff evaluation is actually used to evaluate the staff, the performance year to year or quarterly, to measure the staff they have improved or what they don't have improvement.